We're going to cheat a little bit and start 2 days before the calendar actually turned to 2023, with some big news in late December as Bulldog baseball coach Mike Batesole announced he was retiring after 20 seasons leading the Diamond Dogs. Unfortunately, as the calendar then flipped to February and March, there wasn't a lot of excitement to talk about with Bulldog basketball. The men and women would combine for only 21 wins between them, and both would lose in the first round of their conference tourneys. But amidst the disappointment, there were a couple nice moments. On February 11th, former three-time All-American Yvette Roberts saw her number 24 become only the second jersey retired by the women's program.
You think about it, like every time I walk in the Save Mart Center to watch a game, watch a cup, whatever, my name is going to be up there.
And on March 4th, in a non-conference regular season finale at the Save Mart Center, Jamal Baker would make 10 of 11 threes, on his way to a career-high 43 points, tying the Save Mart Center arena record for most points in a game.
Zay came up to me and told me to get 40, so I was like, I might as well since I'm here.
Just 2 days after that performance, a former Bulldog great with a bunch of school records himself made some headlines as well, as free agent quarterback Derek Carr signed a 4-year deal with the New Orleans Saints.
I'm not coming here trying to be Drew Brees. That man is a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm coming here to be Derek Carr.
Nearly 2 months later, there would be another former Bulldog QB headed to the Big Easy, as the Saints took Jake Haener in the 4th round of the NFL Draft. And speaking of Bulldogs in the NFL, it was actually Deron Bland, a Bulldog taken in the 5th round 1 year earlier, who had the biggest NFL moment this year involving the Fresno State guys, as Bland went into the NFL record books on Thanksgiving Day with his single-season record 5th pick 6 of the season. On the Lynx, after winning the individual title and helping lead the Dogs to a team title at the program's home tournament in late March, senior golfer Harriet Lynch would become the 7th in program history to earn a bid to an NCAA regional. 2 men's golfers also got to regionals, juniors Matthew Manganello and Matthew Sutherland. Then over the summer, Sutherland won 2 prestigious amateur titles in California and became the first Bulldog to advance to the Sweet 16 at the U.S. Amateur since 2009. In track and field, Fowler High alum Jocelyn Budwig won the hammer throw at the Mountain West Outdoor Championships hosted by Fresno State, while Jordan Bryant qualified for NCAAs in the discus. And in late March, Sierra Jackson had a discus throw that was the best collegiate throw in the country to that point in the season. Jackson would actually compete in her 2nd straight USA Track and Field Outdoor National Championships in early June, about a month after the women's water polo team was competing for a national title for the 3rd straight year. The Dogs lost in the quarters at NCAAs after winning a 3rd straight Golden Coast Conference regular season and tournament title. Bulldog softball, meantime, improved slightly in year 2 under Stacey May Johnson, but still finished under 500 overall. Baseball spent most of the season with a record around 500 under interim head coach Ryan Overland, but won their last 5 conference games to earn the final spot in the 4-team Mountain West tournament. But despite hosting that tourney, the 4-seeded Dogs would be eliminated after 3 games.
And our future head coach.
Still though, Director of Athletics Terry Toomey liked what he was seeing from Overland, and just days later removed the interim tag, making the former Bulldog catcher only the program's 4th head coach since 1948.
To come in here as an 18-year-old, as a player, as an assistant coach, and now to be here today as the head coach is an incredible honor.
It's a special group to be a part of.
Nearly 6 months after the former Bulldog player took over, Batesole, his former coach, and perhaps the most famous former Bulldog ball player of them all, Aaron Judge, got the ultimate honor, as their numbers were retired by the program.
What made this place so special was the people. The staff, my teammates, the alumni, the coaching staff, and you fans.
In August, football was front and center, with all eyes on the quarterback competition. Incoming transfer Mikey Keene would ultimately win the job and led the Dogs to a 5-0 start and a top 25 ranking before they stumbled at Wyoming in early October. They bounced back to win their next 3, including a rivalry win over Boise State in early November, which gave us arguably the Bulldog Play of the Year, a spectacular 95-yard kick return by Malik Sherrod on the final play of the first half, as the Milk Can would stay in Fresno for the first time since 2017.
It feels good, man, but we're looking for a bigger trophy.
But that bigger Mountain West Championship trophy would prove elusive. The Dogs stumbled badly down the stretch, losing 3 straight, at San Jose State, at home to New Mexico, and at San Diego State. The last 2 especially painful, considering the Lobos and Aztecs finished tied for last in the conference.
We're an 8-4 football team, okay? And we didn't finish the year as strongly as we would have liked to.
Last on 3, 1, 2, 3!
Around that same time, the women's volleyball program was making a bunch of noise for the first time in a while. Under first-year head coach Lisa Rosen, the Dogs went from 1-17 in the Mountain West last season to a Mountain West tourney title this season. And although they eventually fell to traditional power Stanford in straight sets in the Dogs' first NCAA appearance since 2002, just getting that far was quite the accomplishment.
Couldn't be any more proud of how we played. They were too much for us at times, but I never thought that I thought we never shied away from it. So I'm very proud of how we showed up.
Ironically enough, on the same day the volleyball team was playing in that NCAA tournament game and thinking about what the future might hold, the future of the football program took an unexpected turn, as we learned head coach Jeff Tedford was stepping away for personal health reasons. It was not a resignation, but meant assistant Tim Skipper would lead the Dogs in the New Mexico Bowl.
I believe Bulldog Red, and to be able to lead the Bulldogs into a game like this is a dream come true that I wish wasn't under the circumstances that it is.
The Dogs would finish their season on a high note in Albuquerque with a dominating 27-point win over New Mexico State. The defense held the Aggies to only 10 points, and the offense put up 37, led by quarterback Mikey Keene, who threw for a career-high 380 yards and accounted for 4 touchdowns. For that effort, Keene would be named the game's most outstanding offensive player, and we found out afterwards their sidelined head coach would also get something special.
This game ball right here is for Coach Tedford, okay? We talked about that in the first meeting. This is the actual ball from the last snap. This thing's going to Fresno, going to Coach Tedford. We're going to bring it home to him.
Looking forward to Bulldog sports in 2024. Scott Bemis for the Bulldog Insider.